All right. Before we begin, let's thank some really good people. Like Inspect All Pest Services, providing the highest quality termite pest and wildlife control. That's what they do. They also take care of your insulation, pressure washing, gutter maintenance, and other home services in Metro Atlanta and the surrounding areas. So if you're a listener in that area, thank you to InspectAllServices.com, our title sponsor for Podcast and Pours 3, happening October 12th in Atlanta, actually Buford, Georgia, at Tannery Row. Get your tickets, DistinctGrace.com, and the newly revamped TheBaileyShow.com. The Mad Dog, Manny Aurora. You in some legal trouble? We'll get help from the Mad Dog. Litigates all over the United States, based out of Georgia, criminal defense, white-collar crime, DUI, drug offenses, and more. TheAuroraLawFirm.com. Ridgeline Counseling, need help, get help. Dr. David Markwell is without the best in the business. Without a doubt. 10 therapists in-house there at Ridgeline Counseling. If you are in Georgia, you can go to one of 3 locations, one across from Sprayberry High School in Sandy Plains in East Cobb, Marietta near the square in McKaysville, just outside of Blue Ridge, but he offers virtual sessions. Reach out, markwelltherapy.com, or email him at ridgelinecounseling@gmail.com. And finally, FBC Insurance, servicing Alabama, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Kentucky, North Carolina, Ohio, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, and Virginia. 5-star service, perfect for new homeowners like us, like what we did. Swapped out all of our insurances for FBC Insurance. Or you just want to reshop your current insurance policy, call them up. 888-308-1841. Am I getting that right? My glasses? Yeah. Or email info@fbcinsuranceservices.com. You can also get a quote online, fbcinsuranceservices.com. All right, let's begin.
Go ahead and leave a comment about how you deal with your children leaving home while I recover.
Honey, I raised the kids.
Our kids leaving the nest is never easy. So in order to cope, Jason and Rachel have decided to share the journey of their kids, Caleb and Ariel, or Beez as most know her. Follow the story in this podcast.
Honey, I raised the kids.
Yeah, there it is, episode 17 of the Honey, I Raised the Kids podcast. My name's Jason Bailey. Thanks for being here. And there she is, my wife. That is Rachel.
Hey, y'all.
Known as RaeJae, collectively, in the brand new Golden Scissors studio.
It's almost ready.
Almost ready.
It's getting there.
I'm surprised it doesn't sound more echoey since it's so open.
No, but you have this lovely carpet under us.
Maybe that's it.
It's sucking up all your noise holes.
Yeah, all my noise holes. We're finally in the new house.
We're here.
We've got boxes everywhere.
Oh my God, so many boxes.
We've been busting our ass since we've been in this house, trying to figure out if you're watching, because we do, I'm not even centered on my thing. Buddy's going to hate me.
We're all kinds of out of sorts.
Yeah, Buddy, you're going to have to. Buddy is our videographer or video guy, if you will.
Buddy.
And he does all the snaps that you see on social media. And if you're watching, because you can watch this on YouTube, we put the whole episode on YouTube. At The Bailey Show on our channel. I hope you subscribe to that. Not only subscribe to that, but subscribe to the rest of the podcast throughout the week on the newly revamped TheBaileyShow.com. But we're all out of sorts. You got boxes behind Rach.
I look homeless. It's cool.
Our next episode, this is going to look totally different because
you can have walls.
I'll have
windows.
Walls and I'll have windows.
To the windows.
To the walls. Jeremiah fucking Sample is going to have sweat running down his balls.
Yes, he is.
So Jeremiah fucking Sample's coming over to
He's gonna fix this shit.
To build out. That's really the last big thing we have to do with the house,
Thank
other than
goodness.
Unpack. Behind me, I'll have my sign, my Golden Scissors Studio sign. You're gonna do my snakeskin wallpaper, like you will look behind Rach, and you can see the snakeskin wallpaper that she did over there. It looks badass. So this is very exciting.
Yeah.
It's
great.
This
is where we are.
This is where we are.
We will never move again. Listen, no.
No.
Don't look at that.
No.
No noises, no breathing heavy, no nothing. We are not moving again. If you're like, babe, get a wild hair, a something, and you're like, we're going to move, we are selling all of this shit. Everything is nothing's coming with us. That's it.
Yeah, I never thought that I would say my forever house.
I know.
But this is, I think, our forever house.
I love it.
I absolutely love this house.
I loved it. Yeah.
I love this house, and I love that Beez,
Mm-hmm.
as soon as she got into this house, even with boxes everywhere, it's like the first day. She's in her bedroom, and she just says this house feels so homey.
Feels like home.
And it does, and that was one of the reasons we bought this house.
Mm-hmm.
Was because of the people that owned it prior to us.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Amazing
I love them
people
so
with
much.
a great backstory.
Mm-hmm. It was her grandmother's house,
Yeah.
her grandparents' house,
Yeah.
and they bought it from them. They did some renos, some really awesome renos.
Amazing rent.
Her husband crushed the yard
Yeah.
and the pool, and kitchen is stunning,
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful. But we still have projects that we can make it our own, to where they've done enough of the base that it was beautiful and feels like home. And now we can make the little tweaks to make it ours.
And this is our first house that we're buying that we bought
For us.
for us.
Yeah, that's never happened before. It's kind of cool.
As we become empty nesters, the whole point of this podcast is that we bought this house not with the idea of, the kids can run in the backyard. It was more, the dogs can run in the backyard.
Oh, I didn't even think about that until you said it, until right now. Right now.
Yeah, we did.
We bought this house for us.
For us.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
God, I don't think I've I don't know how I feel about that.
Are you going to have a stroke?
Probably.
You're talking in words, not full sentences.
I don't know how to feel about that.
No.
We're being mom and responsible for children for literally my entire life and making decisions for everybody else.
And I felt
neat.
I felt bad the other day, kind of.
Why?
Because again, knowing that we bought this house for us, I'm sitting here going, Beez, don't screw any. I mean, like, we have the bathroom that's a shared, it's your bathroom, but it's also the guest bathroom.
Yeah.
It's going to be the bathroom for us if we don't want to go into, our bedroom.
Right.
What's
that out the main bathroom?
It's the main bathroom.
Yeah.
And I walk in there, and there's a sign on the wall.
Better late than ugly.
And it's put on the wall with thumbtacks.
Oh, it's fine.
Like a college kid would do.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Oh, surprise. She is a college kid.
She's a college kid.
That's where the thumbtacks come from.
And I'm like, this is the universal we cannot have guests come over because this is a party house.
You know what? I think it might possibly be your fault that there are thumbtacks, because she was being resourceful because she didn't have a frame or something to hang it up with. And she comes up, where did she get the thumbtacks from?
My desk.
Yeah. Your office desk.
Yeah, my office
Your
desk.
stuff.
My stuff.
Yeah. So it's your fault.
I know. My fault. So as we unpack this house, and we're getting ready to officially become empty nesters. I mean, this is the countdown. Like this episode, episode 17, the prior episodes leading up to this is really, we have one or two more episodes until we become full-time empty nesters.
I'm really going into panic mode.
I'm sure if you get into that saltwater pool in the backyard,
I'll
you'll
feel a little better.
Another one of those vodka drinks.
This was a lovely vodka drink.
It's
right?
a very good vodka
it's
drink.
Really good.
I
need to get my nails done.
That's why I wanted to put the bar in the living room, so we have access to the bar in the living room.
Fair enough. I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
It was a good decision.
So
we can be full-time alcoholics now.
So we have a house full of boxes. Jeremiah fucking Samples to come over. He's doing that this week, and he'll build out my studio and that kind of thing. And then the week after that, the end of July, the first week of August, we are getting a U-Haul once again, putting it on the back of the truck and putting all of her stuff in there.
Hey, listen, that makes 5 moves in 1 year.
5 moves.
5 moves.
1 year.
1 year.
So we can run down the list of people to blame. We can start off with Alabama. California.
California.
I got a list of people to blame there.
I'm over.
No,
never again, California.
They actually take responsibility for 2 moves.
Do you know that
3 moves.
Yeah. Do you know that your daughter said that she feels no need ever again in her life to even visit California?
I don't blame her.
Never.
I don't have the need for it either.
She said, I'm good.
Isn't it amazing that that horrible experience that we had, that I had professionally, but you guys
We
were
all had as a family.
collateral damage. Has made us hate an entire state, actually an entire coast that much.
We don't need to go back and visit.
Because of literally one person.
Yeah.
Maybe 2, like the entire.
Not maybe 2, definitely 2.
They ruined the entire West. Like for those 2 people, do not join the tourism board once you get fired, because you're going to be fired soon.
They're liars and bad people.
Just don't join the welcometocalifornia.org or whatever the tourism board is.
So might try though.
So we got to pack up everything, and we tried to be smart about this move, and like kind of put Beez's boxes. They say Beez College on the side of them,
or Beez not college.
Or Beez not college, right?
She wrote on her own boxes.
So we try to be smart about it and put those boxes to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, they are to the side in the garage filled with other boxes.
Well, they weren't initially.
Now they are.
There was a disaster once it started torrential rain, pouring rain when the fellows got to the house with our 3 moving trucks.
And so, we foreshadowing the future, looking ahead, we get the U-Haul trailer, we put it on the back of the truck, we put our boxes in there.
Yep.
And then we drive up to Alabama and we drop her off. She's now got her room assignment. She's ready to rock and roll. And I've seen the stack of these boxes. I've seen the stack of these boxes that our daughter is taking with her to college, to the University of Alabama. And I'm telling you right now, she's got too much shit.
No way. You're gonna have your things. You're gonna have options for outfits. I mean, if you're gonna roll Tide, you gotta roll Tide in style.
In 1993, when I went to Wingate, I was rolling Prelude with all of my belongings.
Excellent.
A TV, clothes, and a giant Case Logic CD case, and that was it.
That's it. That's all you got?
And she's got enough boxes to fill a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, probably. Well, I feel like it's probably different between boys and girls. The fellas probably don't have as much stuff, and the girls, they need all the things.
That's fine for her to want to and maybe need all these things. Yeah. In college, you have to, especially your first year, like until you get a house or an apartment, you're going to have to figure it out. She's going to have too much stuff. Her room is going to be a disaster. She does not have enough room in her room.
She has a little condo, and
yep.
She has her own little room. She's got her in a giant closet.
No, not. She got the small room.
Did you have? But it had a big closet. They all had the same size closets.
No, the closet was different because I measured them.
Okay.
That's why I wanted her to get the bigger room.
Yeah.
And what she was supposed to get.
I know.
And she didn't get the bigger room.
I know. I wanted to be a ass about it,
yeah.
And she did not want to let me because
so
she likes her roommates.
I've got to go reconfigure that closet.
You do.
I've got to take everything down.
Yep.
And I've got to redo it all.
Girl dad.
Yeah. And I've got to do it in a day. Well, it's not that big of a deal, but
make that shit work.
I got to go that morning and go in and rock and roll high school.
Yeah. I hope there's a Home Depot close.
So do I.
You gotta go to the depot.
Yeah, and because she's, for all the stuff that she's taking, there's just going to be stuff thrown everywhere.
We're not throwing things anywhere. We're going to make sure that everything is together. But hey, I really I'm having anxiety talking about this. It's really intense.
Okay.
Moving her in, it's just, I'm going to miss her so much.
I understand that. We're not talking about you missing her focus. We're talking about the shit that she's taking to college.
Yeah,
and it's too much.
I don't think it is. I feel like when you're a fella, you have what are the important things as a boy to take with you? What are the necessities?
My camera stopped rolling. What the shit? Hold on for a second.
Oh boy.
And I'm back. Look at that. I froze for some reason. So she's got too much stuff, and the size of her room is I'm worried is when she gets there, she's just going to start stacking things up. Now, look, true college fashion, especially your first year, that's kind of part of the game, right? You go and you find going back to the bathroom thing where she put the pins on the thing, is that she's going to start to like getting cubes, milk cartons, anything that she can find for storage, because she only has these two, maybe I think even one little dresser things.
Right.
She's just not going to have enough room. I would suggest you go through all that stuff and you just say, hey, look, the stuff that you don't need, leave behind. But again, we don't have room here for it.
No, well, what we're going to do is we'll go, and if there are things that don't fit once we get her room all set up, we'll just bring it back with us.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I mean.
I was going to drop the U-Haul there.
Yeah, but we can put it in the back of your truck.
We can put it in the back of the truck.
Yeah, so that way she at least has all of her stuff, what she needs and what she can fit to function. And then if there's something that is like it's just too much or too overwhelming or whatever, we can bring it back with us and she at least can function comfortably, because you know that your daughter cannot sleep in not her bed.
Well, she doesn't have her bed.
I know.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be a problem.
She's going to have the roll tide bed.
She's going to have the roll tide bed.
Yeah. Have you thought about the monumental moment, which is going to happen here in the next couple of weeks?
Yeah.
When you have to say goodbye to Ariel when we drop her off at the University of Alabama. Like, that is a once-in-a-lifetime moment for a mother. How are you going to do it? I suggest you don't do it at all. I suggest you just disappear.
You think I should just disappear?
I really
I'm
do.
gonna Irish goodbye our kid.
Yes, she's going to ask me, where's Mom?
Where'd Mommy go?
I'm going to say I'm supposed to pick her up at the IHOP. She just couldn't do it.
She's around the corner at the Waffle House. Don't worry.
It'll be the equivalent of a bad father as the kid wakes out on the stoop because his dad said he was coming back after going to buy cigarettes.
No, you know that I'm going to be the one that is like clinging to her ankle as she's like walking, trying to drag me away. I'm the little bitty, the baby, hanging on to the ankles.
So you're not going to take my suggestion?
No, I don't want to be at the Waffle House around the corner.
You don't want to be at the Waffle House around the corner.
There's legit a Waffle House around the corner.
I know.
I don't want to be there.
I just think that it might, I think you say goodbye and not let her know you're saying goodbye hours prior.
Oh my God.
And then when it's time to actually say goodbye, you're not saying goodbye.
You're making me, like, my eyes are watery.
I know, because it's hilarious.
It's not hilarious. This is going to be real funny for you. You want to know everyone.
I'm going to get a lot of views on this video.
Jason Bailey cry.
No.
Yes.
You know why I'm not going to cry?
Yeah.
When we say goodbye to our daughter, when we drop her off at school?
Yep.
Because I'm going to be at that Waffle House.
You have to go to the Waffle House. You go. You want to know how I know you're going to cry? Do we want to take bets right now? Who's going to cry first?
Because I'm going to be at the Waffle House?
No, because you're going to. No, you can't go to the Waffle House.
Oh,
no,
not an
Waffle
option.
House for you. Because anytime Beez does big kid things and she's like an adult and she takes those next steps and she is proving to us that she is the human, the incredible human that we raised her to be, you cry. I've seen you cry a handful of times, and it's only when she talks to you.
Yeah.
When you have these like Beez, dad and Beez conversations.
Right.
And she's like, holy adult words coming out of her mouth. And I like listen, and they're literally your words come out of her face. And it's very impressive that she actually listens to you, even though sometimes you don't think that she does. But those words sink in and then they come out of her face and you're like, wow.
So are you...
You're crying.
Well, okay, enough about me, more about you. I want to know how I need to handle this. Do I have to pry you off of her?
So I've been over this amount of time, like trying to mentally prepare myself, and it's very tough. Very, very tough. Where I'm trying to get myself in the mindset that I'm so happy for her because I want her to have these life experiences, and this is what I want for her. And she's doing what I want for her. And it's going to be such a good part of her life and the next steps in her world that I'm getting myself prepared.
Mhm.
And I'm drinking vodka. So maybe bring a bottle of Grey Goose with you.
I think I understand why parents, adults, empty nesters become alcoholics when they become empty nesters.
Because it's soul soothing.
Yeah, because you have more time to drink.
Right?
2, it takes the edge off.
It does.
And 3, you've got, a little bit more downtime. Not that we have a lot of
much more down there. No, there's a lot. It's so different.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to cater to the kids or anything like that. I mean, I don't even know if Caleb, I don't know if he's still around anymore.
He was supposed to come over today.
I know he was. And then we never hear from him.
I don't want to talk about it because it hurt my feelings.
Yeah. Just like you just turn into, is that what happens for those that are listening and those that become empty nesters? They just stop calling, stop texting.
So your listeners, Josh and Sheila, those lovely, lovely, amazing human beings that came over and helped us hang TVs and empty some boxes the other day. So their children are 22 and 19, and they have 2 boys. And so we were discussing a little bit of the differences between having a girl is very different than boys.
Mm-hmm.
And we went back and forth on that a little bit. But then she was telling me that her 22-year-old is out of the house, and it's the same as like how Caleb's behaving. Like you just like see him sometimes, every once in a while.
They're like adults.
Yeah.
They're like people.
They're like people, and they're like adults, and they have like their own world, and you'll see them every once in a while, but only if you have to. It's just like he came over with his girlfriend and watched the dogs while they were here in Florida, and then his brother came home, and he was like, bye.
Yeah.
Just gone.
I wonder if like we're going to turn into like make it a competition. Where we are doing things in order to get her attention.
Probably.
I don't think
this game.
I don't think there's anything that we could do to get Caleb's attention.
No.
But I think with Ariel, there are things like, oh, you know what? We've got this extra room in the Bahamas.
Oh, I like it.
And for some reason, they put us in the presidential suite.
This is a fun game.
I was like, but I know you're busy this week. I know you couldn't come last weekend or the weekend before because you were so busy and you're so, you know what? There's this nice girl down the street. That sounds weird.
Yeah, that sounds really weird. Yeah, probably we'll rethink this. We'll retool it.
Yeah, well, we'll have her friend Kinsey here.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say, we're going to take Kinsey. We're going to take your friends from high school.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and that's not weird because she's coming to help us with a special project.
She's our kid too. It's fine.
So anyway, that's where we're at. We're going to wrap it up because we're still adjusting with this new studio and stuff. Hopefully next week when we record, everything will be perfect and it'll be done.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've just been busting our ass. We just wanted to make sure we got an episode out.
Yeah.
But
everybody can hear all the things.
We've got so much going on, and we'll continue to talk about it. And throughout this week with the BS, I'll talk about a lot of it even more, especially this whole thing with the neighbors and the, oh my God.
I can't wait.
I don't even know if I should bring it up, to be honest with you.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I totally think you should.
So please subscribe to the BS podcast if you don't. I mean, we give a lot of content. We work really, really hard, and this is my life, So if you are looking for good content 4 days out of the week, get all of the BS episodes. You get all of them back. I mean, there's, over 200 of them. So you can get unlock all of the locked ones on Spotify. Just go to thebaileyshow.com. Don't forget, thebaileyshow.com has just been revamped thanks to Just a G, which is Rachel's brother, Justin.
Yeah, my big brother.
Yeah, this dude is awesome. He's like a savant. He is so awesome. He's also joined the podcast, Bailey Entertainment. For those sponsors that are interested in sponsoring the podcast, we now offer SEO services. Guarantee it's going to be a lot cheaper than any other SEO you go to.
For sure. And he is So good.
So good. So that's a part of the sponsorship packages. So if you want to reach out to me again via thebaileyshow.com, it's so much more easily navigatable. You can navigate a lot more easily on the website. So that, the newsletter, which I'll get back to here sooner than later, and all the social media, give us a like, share, follow, especially the YouTube channel at The Bailey Show. Subscribe to that. That is free. Got anything before we get out?
Hey, I'm ready for Alabama Roll Tide.
Roll Tide Rude.
I'm ready.
As always, we appreciate the listen and the support, and we'll talk soon. Bye.
I realize not everyone feels this way, and if you are okay with this stage of your life, honestly, more power to you.
Thanks for listening. Get more information and episodes on thebaileyshow.com.
Honey, I raised the kids.
Subscribe at thebaileyshow.com. Yeah, baby.